Yeah, so, for me, the root is telling me, number one, where is soil compaction? So if the roots all stopped here, that would tell me that the soil, that the onion's not able to break and penetrate that layer below it. Yeah. Roots are very vital because, as I've said before, they're gonna take the bacteria and the biology, and they're basically ingesting them into the roots, into the root tips. Okay, and then that nutrition is going through this plant all the way up to the leaves. The plant is stripping that bacteria, that biology's nutritional components off of it, and then it is going to spit it back out here. So what I want is, I really want a root structure that is pretty much bigger than the top of it, because then I know that that plant has the underground structure to withstand when it gets a little dry and we're not able to get water on it enough, or it rains too much and the plant cannot cycle as much of the nutrients quick enough if it had a smaller root structure. Yeah. And I'm looking at, the rhiza, I think it's the rhiza sheath, which is the layer, it's like a glue or a sticky substance. Glomalum, I think, is what it's called. Believe me, I'm just throwing out terms to try to make myself sound good, Peter, but I know that they're true and they're there. But I'm looking at it to see if anything's sticking to the roots. Because if it's sticking to the roots, there's biology in that, and that root is taking it in. So that's what is important to me. I don't want a clean root. I don't want to see, you see this white root right here, you can tell it's a newer root, it's white, but I also want it to, it's covered in soil. You can't really tell, but it's like a micro layer soil. Yeah. If I turn it the right way, maybe you could tell, but that's what I want.
How long can those roots get in the soil?
I've been told usually they'll go at least to the hard pan. You can see here, I mean, we're at 10 inches probably, 11 inches right there. Yeah. And I cut that off. Yeah. If I was able to dig this with a backhoe, they could be as deep as, 14, 15 inches by now, but I've heard them that they can reach 2.5, 3.5 feet. Crazy. So as long as they can get through that hard pan. Yeah. And
they're just pulling nutrients from the hard pan too.
That's right. So just imagine that, we're putting fertilizer on the top of the soil and we're having to water it down. This root is doing the opposite. It is pulling those nutrients from the bottom, running it through these tops, and then keeping what it needs, spitting out what it doesn't need. And then we are, it's just a cycle. And so, we're just trying to assist it when we put fertilizer out to help it grow what we want, what we call faster. But sometimes it doesn't need to grow faster. It just needs to do what it's supposed to do, what it's meant to do.